All right, hey guys, welcome. We are looking back into democracy. I believe I started the stream a little bit earlier than what I scheduled, but hey, I don't care. I'm not gonna, waste any time if I'm already here. Today I just wanted to go back to Democracy 4 because I spent a lot of time in Democracy 3 and it's one of my all-time favorite games. It's definitely a game that does the simulation kind of what do you call this model a lot better than I think a lot of games. And I trust me, I've played a lot of simulation games, a lot of strategy games. Generally, my favorite genre in gaming is strategy, and that's followed by RPG. Like I play a lot of RPG games, but I only play RPG games because I get to implement certain strategies in them. But as for strategy games by themselves, I play a lot of them, and Democracy is one of those simulation strategy games that I really enjoyed. And it's not purely because of the quality of simulation, or just its gameplay, but because it actually gives you a form of what do you call this, like in-depth analysis of what reality is for politicians, and how these politicians do whatever they can or they have to do in order to keep their seat, keep their position. And for first and foremost, in order to do that, they just got to get their votes. And in order to get their votes, they just got to make a bunch of people happy. And this is one of the games that taught me some of the best lessons that I use till today to educate a lot of my other friends and people that I know. Oh, wow, they added Japan. I didn't know they added Japan. These are new things. They added South Korea. Okay, these are new. I want to try Japan. So, like, sometimes people talk to me about things like smoking, and I tell them that, smoking, all of this is just a big scam. They get people addicted to nicotine and to smoking so that they'll be able to sell medicine. That way they can improve in medicine. They collect tax from smokers, and then more people get admitted. It's just a form of business, and this business is what politics needs to keep the drama going, to keep people under their control, and all these sorts of things. So it's really amazing how this game is designed, how it really teaches you a lot of things. But at the same time, we get to experiment with all sorts of policies, which is the best part. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and select. I don't think I need to modify these. I'm going to leave them as is. Political apathy is 46%. Extent to which voters will not bother voting. I see. I think I'll leave it. And this is the starting depth. I think this is fine. I don't really want to play around in the defaults too much. In Democracy 3, I did have a bunch of mods, but in this game, I didn't download a single mod yet. So I'm just gonna go with that clean. I think the last I played this game was when it first came out last year, and I haven't touched it much this year. So let's just see if I can refresh myself and get back into the game as I normally would. But regardless, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a whole bunch of fun because this is what it is. I did turn off the music, unfortunately, because I'm not sure if YouTube goes nuts over music in this game. So yeah, but you know what? I can turn it back on for you guys just to give a little bit of white noise in the background. Congratulations on your election victory. Welcome to your new job as Prime Minister. The lives of all 126,300,000 citizens are now in your hands. As you will imagine, there are a number of situations and concerns that you will need to deal with as soon as possible, while keeping an eye on the long term improvement of our citizens' quality of life. Plus, do not forget that you face re-election in 5 years, so you will need to monitor the opinion polls and our party membership. Good luck. So, of course, the most important thing is surviving re-election, because in democracy, the moment you lose the election, you lose the game. And that may be the case for a lot of politicians in real life. The moment they lose the election, the opposition government that takes over will do everything in their political power and position to make sure that they overthrow any future possibility of you coming back into position. And they will do that by trying to create as many policies that people will agree to and policies that they can easily implement. And you're about to see me do all of that right now. So yeah, here we go. So GDP seems pretty good. Health is excellent. Education is excellent. Unemployment is reasonably low. Crime is also under control. I think poverty is a little high, but I guess this is Japan. Health and education are top notch as expected. And yeah, they deal in yen, right? begin. Okay, so first things first, let me try to get some music back for you guys. There you go. So I don't want to keep it too high, just a little bit of white noise in the background. Just want it to be just something for you guys to just something easy on your ears, and not so easy for YouTube, I hope, because YouTube absolutely loves looking for game music and any music that they can call, send the bots to run a copyright strike on. So yeah, it's not a copy strike. I think it's just a copyright claim. So yeah. Okay, all right, let's go. So we do have, what do we have? We have 16 political capital. So 16 is what I got starting off. And compared to Democracy 3, in this game, you don't get a lot of political capital, but your capital really, like it has more value. You can do more things, even though it's just 16. Like, if I'm not mistaken, in Democracy 3, there was like 50 or 60 or something like that. And here, it looks really low, but you can do a bunch of things with it. So it looks like environmentalists are super happy with this, and I'm happy. I'm an environmentalist myself, but not too like I'm not too hell bent on certain things, but I like the fact that Japan's doing it really well. This solves a lot of problems. As you can see, it already has solved a lot of problems. Now, self-employed and youth are the only people who we are not popular with. So let's just tackle what their problems are first before we go to these crisis situations. So youth. Now, youth are not happy because there's junk food tax and there is compulsory school sports. So compulsory school sports makes them unhappy, and alcohol law also makes them unhappy. Now, if I'm not mistaken, youth goes all the way up to the age of 21, and above then that you're an adult. And in some countries it's 18, and in Japan, if I'm not mistaken, once you're 16, you're considered mature enough for certain things like sex. I'm not sure. I think it's 16. Or maybe it's you're mature enough to watch videos, but you're not allowed to engage in any sexual activity until 18. But yeah, I could be wrong. But yeah, it differs from country to country. And regardless, I don't think alcohol law is something that they should be concerned with, because they should still be illegal to drink alcohol, right? Because they're going for school. I mean, which kid in school is allowed to drink alcohol? It's just not right. Okay, never mind. I don't think it's a big deal, but compulsory school sports is not the worst. Like, it's not something that we really have to emphasize too much. We just want to keep people healthy, but it's not the most important thing. So let's say I reduce this, right? So this reduces our cost, and it does reduce the health. You know what? Let's revert this. If I cancel this policy, health doesn't go down by much, but the youth will be pretty happy. So completely scrap. This will cancel all of the policy's current effects. I think that's pretty. I think that's a pretty decent idea. It's not popular with any voters, so there's no reason for me to have it implemented. Plus, it doesn't really affect health much. Health is doing really well right now, so oh, I like this back button here. I almost missed it. I forgot that they used to have this. Can I press the back arrow? Shortcut backspace or extra side mouse button. Problem is, I have an RPG mouse, so I'm not sure which of my 8 buttons is the right side button, so I'm not going to risk it. You know what? Could be this. Okay, never mind. You know what? I don't want to risk it. I'm just going to press back. I have too many buttons and they do a lot of things, so I don't want to press the wrong one. All right, give me a sec. Let me just adjust a few things. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I have my coffee here. It's a nice chilled coffee. And let me just give you guys a little secret tip on coffee. Like, it's a little bit off topic here, but if you want to make a real cafe style coffee, like really good cafe style chilled coffee, what you're gonna do is a very small portion of hot water. You just need enough to melt down sugar and coffee to whatever your liking is, and then you gotta get fresh milk, right? Right? Fresh milk, not some bullshit creamer, not the powdered milk. None of that stuff is gonna match the quality of fresh milk. I mean, you could get certain high quality creamers. I mean, that's up to your liking, but for me, nothing beats fresh milk. You get that fresh milk in there, like about a ratio of 8 to 1 of that hot coffee with sugar, and then you put in a little bit of ice. Man, you're good to go. And this really good stuff. And I know fresh milk is a little bit pricey and all that, but man, it's totally worth it. Either way, you pay for good food now or good medicine later. It's your choice. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna scrap this policy. Let's go on. I'm already getting a little bit too political here. All right. So self-employed. Let's see. What are your problems? So you do have. You're not happy with the work safety law. Why are you not happy with the work safety law? Uh, okay. Okay, I understand that this protects people who are, employees working for someone, but why is the self-employed not happy? Is it because it? No, I don't know. Why does it affect the happiness of the self-employed? Doesn't really make sense. And entrepreneurs and small business owners are opposed to too much state regulation of workers' rights as they come with bureaucratic costs. They also feel the effects of taxes on sales or capital gains that come from owning your own business. I understand the sales and payroll. I understand that. But I don't understand why a work safety law discourages them in any way. Um, because as you can see, the trade unionists are pretty happy with it. For some reason, self-employed are not very happy, but it does increase corporate exodus, which is not very good. So to reduce corporate exodus, we're gonna reduce this, and that way we also make the self-employed reasonably happy. We don't want to completely scrap it. I think, and now they have these little ratios. You can reduce it a little bit or even further. Previously, this was not the case in Democracy 3. You can't do this. Okay, so it's just one capital. It is quite popular with voters, so I don't want to decrease it too much. Let's just keep it here, right? Because this will drastically reduce, not really drastically, but it will reduce corporate exodus and improve our what do you call this? How much we are liked by the self-employed. Yeah, it's both pros for me. I'm just gonna apply this. I think it's a pretty good decision. Now, next, sales tax. Sales tax, as much as I want to reduce this, mm, as much as I want to reduce this, sales tax is really important for the GDP. And as I can see right now, up here, the income is less than the expenditure, which is not very good for us. So we don't want to unnecessarily reduce taxes and then end up, deepening our deficit. So I'm not going to touch the taxes yet. Instead, let's see if there's cryptocurrency taxation. Oh, that's interesting. Japan has cryptocurrency taxation? That's super advanced. Holy crap. I guess it's probably just a tax from the earnings of cryptocurrency. But if it's from buying and selling as well, then that's pretty impressive. Because they have to go through a lot of laws just to get that kind of information, right? These are all taxes. They're just unhappy with taxes. Competition law. All right, this might be something we can work with. So for those of you who don't know, competition law is it creates a free market by, as it says, protecting the consumer from monopolies. Ideally, right? Let's say you have two major corporations, or rather one major corporation and one smaller corporation. Like maybe you have Disney, and then you have some new corporation called, I don't know what shall we call it. Casney. Okay, let's say Casney comes up, and Casney is like a little corporation trying to do things that Disney was originally doing, but they are doing it in their own way. So Disney feels that they want to swallow Casney because everyone in Casney is able to also contribute to Disney, and it'll be good for them. And they can wipe off their competition. Competition law prevents this from happening, so they can't swallow the smaller guy. Instead, the smaller guy will be given certain benefits to be able to grow, and they'll be sort of babysitted by the government to make sure that Disney doesn't harm them in any way. And that's what competition law is. So self-employed are not very happy with this, or rather they are happy with it, right? They are happy, correct? That makes sense. They should be happy with competition law because this makes sure that self-employed people also have opportunity. They don't get affected by the capitalists who are running their own businesses, because capitalists are just horrible people. They're my worst enemies. Capitalists will always shoot me, and we'll see how far we go, because they've done the middle line now. They will probably eventually shoot me, but we'll see. Okay, no, I'll revert this. So, I do make the capitalists unhappy. I reduce foreign investment, but I do drastically reduce media monopoly, and the self-employed will be much, much happier if I do this. It's gonna cost me a little more. Um, okay, you know what? I think it's not the worst problem. Let's do that. Let's apply. I think it's okay. It's a decent decision. Okay, let's look into some policies. So let's just check. First is this. This is intelligence. Okay, this is great. It says security effectiveness is poor, so I may want to improve certain things. So all of these are like, okay, you know what? Let's increase CCTV cameras. These things cost quite a bit, huh? Conservatives are happy. Okay, you know what? Let's do it here until 5. Because security is very, very important. I think CCTV cameras are um, not as privacy intruding as wiretapping. Wiretapping is really something else. If you ask me, in an ideal government, wiretapping is an awesome thing because you can trust them and it is security. I mean, you could be talking shit, but honestly, their job is just to listen to the important things. But in a place where you don't trust the government, wiretapping can be quite a terrifying thing. I might even cancel this if we get a hold of our security, but right now I don't have that. So it looks like Japan has wiretapping. It's a thing that they have. And as you can see, it is not popular with the voters. It never is, but it is security. Okay, so it's still poor. We have to wait for the CCTV camera changes to kick in. And all that will take a few implementation cycles. In the meantime, let's see what this is. What is this? Oh, weighted value. What if I click value? I see. So they change based on their current value. And this is weighted, meaning this is how much they affect other things. Aha. Policy popularity, influence. Holy crap, GDP, huh? Yeah, GDP is a pretty powerful thing. Technology, definitely. Foreign relations. What's this? Poverty, okay. Alright, that's poverty. Okay, let's try finances. So what tax is this? Income tax. As expected. Pretty high income tax. Um, okay, oops. Policy popularity. Influence, weighted. So for me, the view has to be either weighted or value. I think one of these two seem to be the better thing. Based on their current value, I see. So what if it's this? Right, so this one has high value. Right, right. Okay, you know what? I'll leave it as weighted. I think it's a decent thing to toggle. Okay, let me see. Disposable income, water types, focus group. Da, 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 da. Oh, really? Right, I like this view. I think this view is pretty cool. Slightly supportive. Right, because now they have like influences, right? They have like people that influence a specific group. They're like sort of like how can you put it? They are like leaders, union leaders or something like that, but they're like leaders essentially of a particular group that the group believes in. But I'm not sure if they're necessarily politicians. Yeah. Oh wow, this is like crazy stuff. This is some crazy big data stuff that probably never gonna use, but still, it's nice that they have it. All right, expenditures. So debt interest seems to be our biggest expenditure, and in order to reduce this, we have to stop reducing other things. I think state pension can be reduced. Um, Capitalists will be happier, retired will be unhappy, the poor will be unhappy, and poverty increases, and private pension also increases. Okay, you know what? We don't have enough capital to make this change right now because it is quite popular with the voters. And if something is really popular, it takes more policy to affect it. Um, so, okay, fair enough. We can't change our money and all. Let's just look at the policies and let's see what we can implement. So, we have 3 capital left, so it has to be something that's really cheap. This is cheap. Tourism ad. Okay, this is cheap. Let's see, welfare, tobacco awareness. So you see, the thing like tobacco awareness doesn't make sense because you already have cigarette packets showing things like cancer pictures. They don't do that for Coke bottles. It's not like Coca-Cola is going to have a fat guy with missing leg because of diabetes, or McDonald's is going to have a fat guy who can't walk, or is struggling from obesity. They don't do that, but for tobacco, they specifically create a photo that tells people not to buy it, but people are going to buy it anyway, and you're still legalizing it. So the only reason they're doing this is because they want to put a photo there to shut up the parents and those people who are against smoking. But smokers are still going to smoke. So you're not solving the problem. You're just creating ways for you to, have more money and then create campaigns just to shut other people up while you're making money off tobacco tax. So that's the coolest thing about cigarettes. It's a complete political game. So, tobacco awareness campaign. You know what? Let's just skip that. Okay, this one is really, I think, really useful and also very popular. So, business startup might be great for us. The National Business Council something might be something we can implement later. Ooh, what's this? Oh, cyberbullying. Really, is this a major problem? I do believe in Japan, cyberbullying is a thing. Like, I have heard some unfortunate news from some of my buddies in Japan that cyberbullying is a problem. But I guess it's the same in a lot of technology advanced countries because a lot of the youth spend their time online, and they seek approval online, and sometimes they're met with the harsh reality that people are just monsters. So okay, we can go through these public services shortly. Okay, great. There's a lot of cheap what do you call these policies to introduce. So I think they're all cool. Let's start off with something that will help the economy. So business startup campaign, let's do this. We don't want it to be too costly. This is really, really expensive. Holy crap, 15 billion. Wow, okay. Let's just do it. Should we put it here in the lower side or on the slightly higher side? Low. Let's just keep it on the edge of this and apply. So it's gonna take 2 tints to apply. So now we have 1 capital left. Let me just browse through. Oh, this is search box. Okay, this is achievements. Cool. What's this? All the my cabinet. Okay, fine. All right. All right. Cool. What's this? Electioneering. Okay, manifesto speech. All right. Cool. 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 And I think that's good enough. All right. Let's go. So I spent quite a bit of time in the first round, but I'm going to start to speed up as we go because we're starting to get more and more familiar with how things work. So we don't really have to dilly-dally. Okay. Foreign presidential visit. Sure, let's see. The president of a nation with a fast-growing economy has invited you to an official state visit. The visit could be an excellent opportunity to encourage trade with that country, which would be great for jobs, but the country's record on human rights is highly questionable. I see. Mm. Yeah, I think we should definitely accept the offer because um, there's no reason for me not to. Like, I understand he may be not very good with human rights policies and whatever, but I think the meeting means I'm willing to talk, and that person's also willing to talk, which could lead to the right questions. So let's accept it. GDP is going to improve. Liberals and ethnic minorities are not so happy. Oh, wow, okay. But I guess that's just the unfortunate bit. Okay. Our data showing that we have a potentially bad situation, debt crisis on our hands if we do not act soon. Yes, I'm aware. Um, the GDP is not going to be able to support what we are facing, so we do need to up our income. Okay, great. We managed to pull the self-employed into the green zone, which is great news for us. And the youth are, of course, way, way happier. So that's also really, really nice. Um, Now, I don't think I have to worry about these too much. I think they will improve over time. I do, however, need to find more ways to make money. So let's see. Um, I want things that give me income. Is there a filter for income? I don't think so. No, okay, there's no income. What is universal basic income? That's something. All right, let's see. These don't give income. Well, this one does. All right, what's this? Oh no, but you cost more. I see. You cost more than the income that you give. You cost, holy crap, a lot. State telecoms company. I see. It's a subsidy. Okay, so we earn, but we subsidize a lot of it. Okay, let's see. Tax definitely has income. Let's just check the other stuff first. Because all taxes give income, but you know, implementing taxes hurts everyone. So I have to be a little bit cautious. Um, what is this? Okay, you state postal service. Okay, cool. So all these state stuff, they just take money. Universal basic income. I see. Welfare fraud. So I'm wondering why. Oh yeah, okay. So I have a high potential income if they get caught, right? I think that's the case. Like if they get caught for the scam, then the fine is what is where my income comes from. But if they don't get caught and they're all doing their there's no fraud and whatever, I may be spending more. But this is also quite popular. Might be something I can implement. Hmm. Okay. Okay, it can antagonize legitimate claimants. But our job is to detect false claimants and recover lost money. So I think this is going to be good for us. So conservatives will be happier. I think that's good. The compassionate. Where are the compassionate? Wait, what is the compassionate? Why don't I see it on my left panel there? Um, compassionate. I do not see compassionate, surprisingly. Okay, never mind. Maybe I don't have any. Maybe I don't have compassionate people in Japan. I'm sorry, Japan. Poor will be unhappy. That's okay. I've got a lot of votes from the poor. And where's the middle income? Middle income is already a little bit low, but and they will be happier. So I think this is good overall. It does the right changes for me. I just don't see compassionate. So let's see. The income scales with the cost. So the more I spend, the more income I generate. Which gives me more of a reason just to undercover investigators, TV ad campaigns. Undercover investigators. I see. This is good, right? It's gonna cost a lot though. Hmm. But I think the income scales pretty nicely. Like if I go all out, yeah, if I go all out, it scales pretty well. 50 is 90, 51 is 96, 40 is 40 doesn't do so well. All right. So all right, you know what? Let's just max this out. Let's just apply it. Let's just try it out. We'll see how things go from there. Okay, so that was something interesting. I never really implemented that before. I don't think so. I never really seen it. So law and order, obviously, I don't think we'll be having any income from here. Oh, we do have this. What's this? Proportionate fines. I think that's nice. Let's look through the others first. Okay, so proportionate fines. A fine is no deterrent to antisocial behavior at all if it does not scale with the income. I agree to this. I think this should be a thing like everywhere in the world, honestly. What may be a colossal and finance wrecking penalty for some is a mere inconvenience for the ultra wealthy. So think of it this way: you're speeding, right? You're speeding and you beat the speed limit. You're gonna get fined like $30 or something like that. If you don't pay it in time, the fine is probably going to increase to $100. So you got to pay $100 fine. However, if you are a person who is really wealthy, $100 is just it's spare change for you. It's something you tip the waitress off with, so it's not going to bother you at all. You could just speed every week and just pay the fine cumulatively, because you're not really bothered. But proportional fines changes that game altogether. It forces people to to have to pay fines based on their overall income, which is pretty scary for the wealthy, I must say. Let's see. The wealthy are not very happy with this, um, which is the only reason I'm a little bit worried about implementing this. The socialists are already happy with this. Equality, um, the poor. No, you know what? We shouldn't do this, just because we need to try to keep the wealthy happy in some way. Hmm. Yeah, this is still a little bit risky. Plus, the income is just not enough. Let's look into transport and let's see if there's anything we missed. Congestion charging. Ooh, this is really interesting. Okay, let's see the rest. What is all these first? Okay, this one has some income as well. State airline. Oh, this is the one with the subsidy. All right, not very good. State railway also not very good. All these state stuff are nice when you have extra money, but when you don't have it, it's just something that's tricky. All right, congestion charging. This is really interesting. Um, Through every vehicle and the system is proven to be an effective way to reduce congestion. I see. Right. Simply charging every vehicle that enters a city each day has proven to be an effective way to reduce congestion. I mean, it definitely increases the use of public transport, and also reduces traffic congestion. So motorists should be happy, although they're unhappy. They should be happy because traffic congestion reduces. And also public transport is used more, which will help environment. I think the environment is also already doing pretty well, but this is not popular. That's the only reason. Yeah, you know what? It's not popular. I'm gonna skip that one. Let's just check here. Proportionate fines seem to be the only thing, but it's gonna make all the wrong people unhappy. I don't want to do that. Public services. Okay, let's just see if we missed out anything here. Don't think so. Um. Okay. Okay. All right. We didn't miss anything out. So tax is the last thing. All right. So tax is the last thing. Let's start to make some people unhappy. We're gonna implement a new tax. Automation tax. Capitalists will be less happy. Is there any tax that makes capitalists like doesn't affect capitalists? Okay, frequent flyer doesn't seem to affect the capitalists. It affects the wealthy though. Ooh. Mm, Socialists are already quite happy. We don't want to affect the GDP too much. Um. Okay, so frequent flyer is really popular as well. That's a major option for us. Okay. Luxury goods is a bad idea right now because capitalists are not happy. Micro generation grants. This will be good for expenditure if we had the money for it because it's super expensive. Packaging tax, really? Uh, Solution is taxing the production or use of packaging materials. You mean like plastic bag tax? Is it like this? Is it like plastic tax? What's the difference between this and this? Okay, never mind. This is still more popular. Yeah, I think plastic tax is something we can do. Okay, let's do plastic tax first. Yeah, let's do plastic tax. Let's pump these rookie numbers. Should I just max it? It does affect the GDP, but it's going to give us a whole bunch of income. And it doesn't specifically make any group unhappy. Unless, of course, they're directly tied to the GDP, then yeah, everyone's going to be unhappy. But we do need the income. It's going to give us a 948 billion income. Are you serious? What? Holy crap. That's a lot of income. I could use this to change the no, you know what? Our income is in trillion, right? Oh, it's in trillion. Billions are nothing. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Wait. When did things go to trillion? I don't remember things being in trillion. Is it because it's yen? Oh, it's possible because it's yen, so their currency is like a larger currency. Like the value is higher, so the figure is gonna be a little bit larger. That makes sense. Like for $5, you get rice. I think it's 500 yen or something in Japan. The value, I mean the value is the same, but it's just that the figure is bigger. I think that's the deal. So this will give us a close to 1 trillion income, right? Something like that. Okay, let's do that. Something like that, I suppose. Okay, so we can't implement any other tax because we don't have enough political capital, tourism ad, yada 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 yada. Oh yeah, there was this thing. CO2 campaign was pretty popular. We could save capital just for the next turn though, because these cost quite a bit. Compulsory water meters. Um, oh, is to reduce water. We don't need this. The environment is doing excellent. So, youth politics. This makes the youth happy. I see. This could be good. This could be good just to fix the youth. Now, you know what? Right now, since they're all pretty happy, um, yeah, you know what? We'll save the capital. We'll go to the next round. And if we get something that gives us a chance to improve on the lowest. Okay, so the debt crisis has just started. Okay, okay, no problem. We have to sort it out eventually. Multinational tax evasion. I see. So there are cases of tax evasion, huh? People are smuggling. Caught entering the country hidden inside cargo. Strong evidence these people are desperate to flee persecution, poverty, or even death in their own country. They're desperate people, as you can see from the lengths that they're inhumane to deport them now that they are here. I think I have to, help them because they ran to our country probably because they knew that they'd be safe. And I don't want to make people feel like our country is not safe. So, yeah, I'll take that. We lose about 13% of votes, but we gain like 27. I think that's really good. Good decision. Um, the Rural Alliance has openly criticized government policy on rural issues. I see. Okay, so the security now is finally adequate. We will look into it. All right, so self-employed have gone even more unhappy. We have to help them. I think it's time we start to look into more serious policies. So we need to look for things that help um, self-employed. Wait, let's check this. Unemployment. Where is self-employed? Um, wait, no, what? Self-employed is not showing up. Okay, so this doesn't affect the self-employed. I see. So So the funny thing I'm seeing here, based on import tariffs, is that it actually makes the capitalist more happy, which is really interesting. I'm going to implement this. It gives us a lot of money as well. Let's just max it out. It reduces international trade, and it reduces uncompetitive economy. It makes the economy more competitive, but it greatly reduces unemployment. Oh no, it does make the capitalist unhappy. Wait, what? If it makes the capitalist unhappy, why did it oh wait, did I just implement it? I don't think so, right? Um Oh shit, did I just implement it? No way. Oh no, what did the game do? Did it like save my oh great, it must have saved my selection. Uh okay, you know what? Let's check. Can I check this? No, I can't. I'm not sure where the policy landed. Oh, that's great. That's just brilliant. Let's see. Import tariffs. Import tariffs. There we go. This one. There we go. It is implemented. Can I adjust this? Oh, it's gonna cost. All right, so it's here. Anyway, it's in a decent zone. I think it's not such a problem. It does make capitalists unhappy. It makes patriots happy. But it's super interesting because when I looked it up there, it showed the opposite. It showed green. Anyway, that's just the case. But it's all right. It's at least something that we did want to implement, so it's not so bad. Plus, it'll give us some money which we need. We really, really need money right now. Okay, let's see. What else can I do? Automation tax. So this also makes the capitalists unhappy. It affects our technology, but it's going to give us a lot of money. And I think our technology right now is really on the high scale, right? Our technology is doing really well. So, and the capitalists are still in a decent area. Because I do know that automation tax will like if technology is lower, it will increase the need for human what do you call this workforce. So it actually improves employment. There we go, automation. There we go. Unemployment increases because of automation. Hmm. But corporate exodus will improve, huh? We don't want that. Right, let's just keep this in mind. Diverted profits. Self-employed will be happier. Okay, this is what I want. The socialists will be happier. Where are the socialists? Oh, they are already really happy. Foreign relations will drop. And the capitalists will be unhappy, but self-employed will be happy. This is something I do need. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? I do need this for the sake of the self-employed. So capitalists will be super unhappy, and the foreign relations will decline. So let's not overdo this. Let's just keep it in this, or rather, yeah, let's just put it up here at least so that it's in the highest point, but it doesn't cost us. Yeah, yeah. It's anyway. It's free to implement, right? You know what? Let's go all out. I think the money is more important to us now. We need to sort this deficit we're facing. Right, is there anything else that we can use that makes money for us? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, everything else is gonna cost. So yeah, let's just go with that. Oh, I try to hit spacebar. All right. Um, sip some of my coffee. Right. So GDP is going down, but it's not our concern yet because a lot of policies take time to implement. So it's just a matter of time. Gagged by foreign what? Really? When sports are a business, athletes need to check their contracts before speaking their mind. A groveling apology was issued to a foreign superpower who took exception to support being voiced for a protest movement in their country. I see. I thought he was literally gagged, like they arrested him and they tied him up or something, but it looks like they just, um, like killed his contract or something because he said the wrong thing. Okay. Major donors abandoned the party. I see. What really happened? You left, huh? Okay, tonight's news headlines. Government is considerable consequences. Okay. View policy. Junk food tax. Wait, how does this work again? For 3 generations, Tazuwara and her family have run a small, well-regarded food manufacturer making candy for the children, selling all the country. It's a competitive business, but it's now stretched to breaking point, and the company struggles to absorb the price rises caused by the government's junk food tax. We just cannot stay in business with this tax, she tells us through her tears tonight. I know the government is concerned about obesity and health, but the consequences for us are devastating. They lost my vote for sure. So if I lower this, the youth will also be happy, right? This reduces poverty, but it reduces health. And since health is already excellent for us, I think we can reduce this to the minimum because we still want the income. We don't wanna get rid of this, right? I don't wanna abolish this tax. Um, should I? We will reduce poverty. We will reduce plant-based diets. Um, we reduce health. But as I said, health is already in a great place right now. Yeah, you know what? Let's just lower it as much as we can. It's cheaper and it will change, it will affect things, and that way we don't have to worry about canceling this, so we can just pump it back up if people change their mind because they'll probably forget about this in the next election or something. So, yeah, typical politicians, guys, typical. Right, emergency powers. I see. Okay, so we're having a little bit of problem here. Cyberbullying is still an issue. Okay, we have to sort out a whole bunch of things. Um, we have a lot of political capital because of emergency powers. We're getting a major power, so we have a lot of capital to fix things. But our popularity has severely dropped. How did we even win this election, guys? Right. We still have not enough income. I know it's going to change because there are still policies on the way. But we need to start, pumping in policies that are really popular. Otherwise, we're going to struggle. Genital mutilation is a ritual inflicted on children, both male and female, and perpetuated by an inherited social and religious acceptance of the practice. This is violence towards children is no longer acceptable with an outright ban. By allocating resources to this ban enforcement, its impact will be deeper and more rapidly felt. I agree to the ban. I don't think children should be traumatized at a young age because it does carry forward. It's proven. There are studies to this. Um, Conservatives, where are you idiots? Oh, you're here. Okay. So you'll be not so happy, and the liberals and gender equality will improve. This is quite popular, but the conservatives who are not really that happy will decline even further. So we do have to still study this a little bit before we rush. Um, right, someone's talking about cyberbullying, right? Law and order. No, not this one. Public service. There we go. Cyberbullying awareness. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's pump it up. It makes everyone happy. It doesn't cost that much. Let's just do that since we have to face these cyberbullying issues. Okay, let's go to transport. Let's just see what we can do here. Okay. Congestion charging, huh? Well, this is one way of getting income. It's not popular. It's the only reason it's so expensive to implement. Free bus passes. Huh. New car subsidies. Wow, this is expensive to even implement, let alone um, capitalists will be unhappy. We are losing self-employed like completely. It's going to be a serious problem unless we don't worry about it because we convert the self-employed to employed by creating more job opportunities. That's another thing we can do, right? Capitalists will be happy, youth will be happy. Socialists, I think this is good. Let's do this. Um, we lose the conservatives. Food stamps, huh? Thing about food stamps is it's super expensive. The only thing I don't understand is why does this have a cost? Why does banning genital mutilation have cost? That's so weird. Imprisonment? Yeah, of course. You think I'm just gonna fine someone for mutilating a kid? No way. That's the same as like pedophiles. You should just go to jail for the rest of your life and suffer. Yeah, we're gonna apply it. Alright, let's see. Food stamps. It will help us fight poverty, but it's really expensive to implement. We don't have enough money right now. Carbon capture. Really popular, really expensive. National Business Council. This could be really good. Yeah, this is good because capitalists are not happy and the socialists are already happy. We can balance those two out with that. I think that's a pretty decent option there we had. Rural development, huh? This may be good. Like overall. Okay, let's hang on first. Small business grants. Self-employed. Okay, this is what we need. Uh, do we have anything else that helps the self-employed? Don't think so. Yeah, so this is great. This helps all the good things that we need. Let's do this. Let's pump it up. Supply. That's awesome. So we only have 3 capital left. We're not sure how powerful it's gonna be to help us. This improves strong leader, which is something that I'm desperate for right now. Let's see. How are the Patriots? We lost a little bit of Patriot support. Let's pump this up. Yeah, let's do that. Let's improve the patriotism. Okay, let's go. What do we get? Um, Traditionally, paid leave from work was for the mother only, but there's a proposal to make this shared so the time can be split between both parents as they see fit. This is seen as a step towards gender equality. Now, I mean, I think I agree with this. Both parents should share the leave, considering the fact that I mean, the entire process of childbirth is not something that's only a mom's thing. It's truly shared, especially among responsible parents. Uh, Both people really share the responsibility. And trust me, there's nothing that a dad fears more than their wife being in pain and them not being there at the right place at the right time to be able to attend to them. So yeah, I'm gonna allow the shared leave. So conservatives, we lose them, we help the liberals and the parents. I think this is great, 15% for 9%, so yes. Major donors abandon. Strong leader. I see, but why? Okay, that's interesting. We do have sufficient donors though, but um, wait, what? Why did this show up? Okay, let's go to this. Strong leader. Okay, so this is the thing. Right. The success chance. Okay. Right. So I want to have a good impression. Oh, I can't scroll this, huh? I want to have a good impression, and I also want a high chance of success. I think this is the best one. There we go. There we go. Can I pull another one? Oh, but this takes capital, huh? Right. I don't want to waste my capital too much. So yeah, the major donors really affected us. So I could pull another stunt. Okay, so how do I do that stunt thing? Is there an option here as well to pull a stunt? Um, Here, no, here. Perceptions. Oh, there we go. It's under perceptions. I see. What do we have? We have 22. And it's because of emergency powers. Right. So it's forcing our. Okay, let's see the cabinet. What's the problem with the cabinet? I think the main problem is that these people really suck. Yeah. You're pretty effective. Um, Loyalty. I think there's no question. These people are loyal. Let's see the potential. Yeah, let's see the potential ministers. The highest I'm seeing is a 2.1. So I think this is not that bad. It's just that the welfare minister is just crap. I think we can hang in there because we have emergency powers. So long as the income kicks in, we should be in a good spot. We just have to hang in until the policies kick in. I hope we stay alive though. Really worried about that. Okay, welfare, let's see. Um, okay, give me a sec. Let me just check. All right, so we've been up for about an hour. I think I will call this an episode right after this turn. So, I mean, yeah, I think we'll probably do that. Then probably I will stream again tomorrow, and we might do this as a daily thing for a while, because I am taking a break from New World as the beta is almost over, and we'll only be meeting again during the live launch. And I might get back into Oxygen Not Included in between, but I do want to have a bit of fun with maybe some horror games or something, so I will look up something else in the meantime. There isn't really any good movies as well going on. I might do a Fast and Furious 9 review because that movie was hilarious, let me tell you that. So I might do that. But yeah, so anyway, let's just finish this up and then I'll see you guys in the next one. So, food stamps, I think not something I want to meddle with right now. Socialist, capitalist, tobacco awareness. Okay, economy. All right, let's go to transport first. Let's see what else. I think the transport, like, in its entirety is not a problem. Hmm. Yeah, I think this is not really a problem for us. Proportionate fines. Hmm. So this will be good, but I don't want to lose the capitalists. I'm almost losing them. And let me tell you, compared to all the other groups, the one I fear the most are the capitalists because they have money. And with money, they have a lot of power. This is good, right? Yeah, this is good. We lose a bit of the trade unionists, but we gain the capitalists. We also gain back the conservatives. So I think private prisons might be a good thing. Unemployment goes down, crime goes down, liberals go up. And the cost is not too much of a difference, so yeah, let's do that. And let's check if. Alright, I think we are almost out of cash here. We can't really. National Armed Forces. Yeah, this will help. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's go. Right, things are stabilizing. I don't see any negatives here, so that's good. Royal scandal. A prominent member of the royal family has been accused of spending a suspicious amount of time with a convicted sex offender, despite that individual's sordid history being well known. This is being described as at best poor judgment and at worst deeply suspicious. How will your government react? So wait, let me get this. A member of the family was spending time with a convicted sex offender. That's a really weird situation to be in the first place, right? Uh, but it's accused. And we don't have like any real proof, right? Mm, okay, okay, this is good for us. Yeah, this is good for us. Okay, alright, okay. I think that was the safest decision for me, quite frankly. Alright, we stabilized a lot of groups. We stabilized a holy crap number of groups. Oh my god, that is so much better. I really want my income to kick in. Like, can some of the policies just kick in already? Um, okay. How do I see the policies that are on their way? Um, nah, there has to be something that will show me. Let's see, let's see. refugee policy. No, you know what? Let's click this. Let's click influence. Or is it still weighted that determines abortion law? Okay, so it says implementation delay 1, right? Mm, no, wait, why can't I see it? There used to be a way where I can see the policies that are about to be implemented, or rather about to kick in. Popularity, what's this? ABC. This is a fine view. This is great. Yeah, this is a fine view. Um, Manifesto, speech, fundraising, perception. This is good. I think everything has gone up quite a bit. We could pull another media stunt. Cabinet ministers, I think, are also reasonably good. It's just that, okay, let me see. It's these two that are really low because they are like, this guy's clearly low. He's below 1. All these 1s are a bit of a problem. I think these 1.7s are all really good. But if I were to sack, let's say, this guy, all of their political capital will drop because they all be in a bit of a state of turmoil. And I don't really want to end up there. Um, Sorry, I'm just flipping through to look for where the implementation delay for all the policies are. And I don't quite see it. It could be something that I missed out. But anyway, that's it for this episode. So let me just save game. What should we call this? Um, let's call it Japanesey. Is that a safe thing for me to name it? I mean, it was a saying, by the way. Like, I watched, what is the film that I watched? Um, the Shawshank Redemption. And I think they still said Japanesey in that. So yeah, right? Shawshank Redemption. I think they said Japanesey in that film, which tells you that it was a thing back in World War. But recently when I watched Army of the Dead, they emphasized once again that it's not a thing people say anymore. So I guess I'm not sure if it's a racist thing. I'm not aware, so I'm sorry if it is or something like that. But yeah, I mean, is it? Like, you know what? Let me just look this up to save myself all the problem. Um, do people say this again? Uh, easy. Let's see. Meaning. Huh. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's a racist thing or anything at all. It's just a saying. But I guess some people may take it offensively because it seems like the Americans are calling the Japanese people easy. But otherwise, it just looks like it's just a British idiom or whatever. It's just very easy. So yeah. But anyway, that's it. I guess I'm gonna call it that because this is my campaign and I'm the ruler of Japan here. So thanks for watching, guys.